So today I'm going to be talking to you about designing your course platform and landing page. Very excited to be here. My name is Auret. I'm the creative director at Course Creek. And today we're talking specifically about this implementation. So you saw this chart here that Robert showed you earlier with the different phases. We're talking specifically about implementation. So building your platform where your course sits, but also your landing pages, maybe your lead magnets, and we'll talk more about that as well later, but your offering basically, right? So this is kind of what a platform funneling strategy looks like. So you might have an entry level course, like a mini course out on a third-party platform like Udemy or Skillshare. You might be funneling people from social media, doing some content marketing there, or doing paid advertising. But all of that traffic is funneling onto your website, your beautiful, high converting website. And this is where you're offering your course. This is where you're letting people know who you are, and what you have to offer and how you can help them. So it's extremely important to make a good first impression, and to make sure that your design and your layout and what you're saying on your page and your website as well is in line with your target audience and what problems they're going through. So I have over a decade experience in digital marketing and course creation, graphic design, all types of different elements in the marketing space. I've worked with all the way from solopreneurs to organizations, major influencers, many different clients in different areas. I graduated from the University of British Columbia with a psychology degree, and also took some pre-medicine courses. I was supposed to go to med school, but realized it wasn't for me, long story short, because I wanted to do something more creative. And so I started a business and started creating, basically, in short, creating specifically marketing materials and websites, because I had to learn how to do all of that for myself and my business. And as I was learning, other people were asking me how to do this. So, what I do infuses the best of all three of those worlds. It's marketing, it's design, and it's psychology. We're in the business of people. It doesn't matter what you're selling. We have to speak to people's problems and challenges and struggles, and let them know that what we have created is going to help them. So I can geek out over this stuff for hours. I love learning what makes people click, what color combinations make someone feel luxurious versus cool, calm, and collected versus bold and ready to take action. But ultimately what it comes down to, and these are the two questions that I focus on for all of my clients, is how can I make a great first impression in seconds when someone lands on that website? And how can I immediately capture attention and keep them engaged and lead them to buy my course? So, immediately capturing attention has to do with those visuals, the layout, what your headline, what you're saying there right away, because people aren't going to sift through all this text. You can't expect them to read everything. They're going to get that information in seconds with your design. So your design and copy must be attractive, because this is what ultimately converts your customer to buy from you. So just to show you a few examples here, I'm going to do a few before and afters. So this is a client site that he has a course. It's a course specifically that helps leaders with building great teams and just helping leaders become outstanding leaders themselves. So this was something, if you land on it, ultimately what we see right away here is this image. The picture itself captures attention. We have Tom looking at us, which is great. It's compelling, but it's kind of confusing where to look. There's a lot of information happening. And actually, I think you can probably see this better if I just pull up the website here. So there's a ton of links at the top. There's a ton of text, and it's like, where do we look? You really want to use design to guide the eye where to look. So it's important in the use of colors, in the size of your text with your headline. And your headline shouldn't necessarily be what the name of your course is. It should be something that communicates what transformation you can provide to your client. It should be something that lets them know how you can solve a problem for them. We really only get that information, if we do read this text down at the bottom here. There's something that says, become outstanding leaders. Well, that's the transformation that we're selling to someone who's landing on the site, but they only get down here before they can actually see it. And there's all these, extra links, and there isn't really even an enroll button or how do we even buy this course? So this is what we did for Tom here is right off the bat, you're landing on here. It's pretty obvious where to look, dead center, become an outstanding leader, deliver legendary results. If that message specifically communicates to someone who lands on here and someone's like, oh yeah, I want to do that. That's something that I want to achieve. They're going to be compelled to continue reading on. And you can see here as I'm scrolling down the page, again, I'm guiding the eye through design where to look. It's pretty obvious. There's no, I'm forcing you where to look and what to read because there's nothing else anywhere on the sides or at the top. It's, all laid out this way so that we can communicate clearly what's going on here with this course. And also using, buttons to be a different color. There's so many studies on color of buttons and which colors convert best and that kind of thing. Ultimately, you have to do a lot of split testing, but generally it's, orange, green, bold colors that really stand out from every other color that you have on the page is going to be more compelling. And what you say on those call to actions as well is important. So, again, using design, we wanted to create visual elements here, even though the modules in this course that he's selling, they're just video trainings. It's just, they're all separate videos, but we're just creating something concrete and tangible because it is a digital product offering. So let's make it just a little bit more tangible with what they get. Showing them here, the course is accessible on all different devices. Again, using different colors is just more compelling this way, and it makes it easier to navigate. And that's really what you want to do is just simplify, create clarity, and it's got to be clean in this way with absolutely remove the clutter. Another just quick example here as well with Jeff. So let's go open this up here. His headline right at the top when someone lands on his website, Jeff is a marriage counselor, a relationship expert. So he has here, I'll help you move forward. This is something that's very vague. You don't want to, again, leave any question in the mind of your potential clients. You want to tell them specifically how you can help them. We all hope that our products and services create positive change in the lives of others, but tell them what that is. Even this button here, let's talk, it kind of blends into the background. It doesn't really stand out. And we need to, again, use design, use colors, and this contrast, this idea of contrast to really guide the eye in where to look. So I created something like this for him, where right when you land, meet your relationship coach, Jeff. And then he's specifically, again, saying how he's helped people with this transformation. I've helped thousands of men and women who have broken trust in their relationship go from problem, serious betrayals, with seemingly irreversible damage to solution, transformation, success, rebuilding loving relationships. Join the boot camp. This is a direct call to action here. There's also another type of call to action, which is called a transitional call to action. So if someone's not ready to buy from you yet directly, at least have some form of lead magnet here, which is an opt-in freebie, an offering. It could be a guide. It could be a series of video trainings, an ebook, whatever it is that you have to offer here. You're offering value in exchange for their email address. So at least you can continue to engage with them and tell them about your course through your emails and keep that communication going with your customer. And that lead magnet is really something, again, that's compelling. The topic of it is really like the sexy offering that someone's looking for to their problem. And it's a little bit of what they're going to get. It's again, a first impression of your content and how it can help them before they're ready to actually go ahead and buy your online course. So reduce clutter, quickly capture attention. Again, you have seconds to do that. Clear call to actions, something that says, download your free ebook now is more compelling than download now or even learn more. Again, eliminate the vague, be specific, be tangible. So this is how I kind of work with my clients, is segregating it into these steps, because it can be very tempting to just dive in and start designing these things, these creative assets and the landing page, but we need to be grounded in our messaging. That's the most important, because that's what's going to stay consistent across your course creation, your building out your platform, as well as launching your course. So get to know your market very well, research your market, see what other people or your competitors are offering too, and see how you can make them better. Read the feedback on those courses as well. Get clear on your brand identity and messaging. You got to know exactly who you are, what you stand for, and very specifically, we use a tool that is called a story brand script. So I kind of use this and walk with my clients through it's kind of like a storyline. I mean, every movie follows this kind of plot from character. So really defining what your target audience wants, what problems do they have. You are the guide in their storyline, and the story is about them, not you. So again, that goes back to how, in your landing page, it's not about the title of your course. It's about how you can help them and create that transformation for them. So we go through this script to really get clear on messaging, and get really grounded in that, so that we can make sure that is in the forefront. So the other thing as well, step 3 is really about creating a map that is a brand guide. So the brand guide is a tool that just, helps everyone stay on the same page in terms of messaging, branding, layout, design. It's really important, especially when you're working with other subcontractors or agencies to help you out in this process. Having something that clearly states what colors to use, your logo, your fonts, and how it works together. See all these elements working together is important, because you're going to take that and you're going to put that messaging and that layout, that design, again, everywhere on your platform, on your social media sites, everywhere that you're engaging with customers. So the other thing here, the next step is, once you've done all of that foundation and you're grounded there in your messaging, then you create your graphics and assets. And these are some of the things that I create specifically for my clients who are selling their courses. And it's the first thing on there you see here is the lead magnet. And again, I have this as an example to show you. Again, it's that really compelling offer for someone to opt in, but it's designed with the same branding, and it at the end gives a call to action to get people to take the next step. And this is specifically diving into his course, his bootcamp, trust building bootcamp course. So after they've received this, they're asked to start with them here. And this button right here goes directly to his landing page, to the trust building bootcamp. So there's the lead magnet. There's also an important one is the hero website banner. So this is this first thing that they see when they land on your site. What is that messaging? What does it look like? What feeling does it emote? That's really important. And also the call to action is important as well. Other things that you may want to consider creating is 3D product graphics, like I showed you before there. So make a visual representation of your digital offering. It's way more compelling. It's tangible. People can see what they're getting, and it's, showing it on different devices or separate pages like this is just going to increase the quality of your site. And also it's going to engage better with your potential customers. And then again, taking that design and branding into social media. So here I created a Facebook group banner. Actually, it's for his Facebook page banner with, again, the feeling, the branding, it's all there. It's consistent, happy marriage, and also a call to action. So put your call to actions everywhere. Download our free guide, and this button goes to, on the Facebook page, you can change the call to action button. So we have it at, I think it's sign up, and that goes to them opting in. And here again, LinkedIn banner specifically says what transformation he plays a part in rebuilding relationships from crisis to connection. So all of those things tie in together and make an impression. The biggest mistake people make in terms of design with their course platform and their landing page is that they make a poor first impression. So really don't overlook the design aspect of building and launching your online platform. You have seconds to make an impression. So make sure you communicate immediately what you're about and how you can help your potential customer. Your layout, your design, your copy, your call to actions, all of that plays a role. And make sure that you make it easy for people to buy as well. Don't make it difficult for them to find that buy now button, or take away all those questions in their mind about whether, confusion about your offer or confusion about whether you can provide the result that they seek. So this is the one major takeaway that ties absolutely everything that I've talked about together. And that's a confused mind never buys. So make sure your design is clear, it's actionable. Your viewer shouldn't be left questioning anything, because if so, you might be leaving money on the table. And, if it's hard for you to make that judgment, because sometimes we get so close to our own content that it's hard to see things from a bird's eye perspective. But if that's hard, then, get your colleagues, ask for your colleagues' feedback, your partners, your existing clients, or even us as well, but get that down, make sure that your design is compelling and engaging, so that you can convert and sell more of your courses. So thank you very much for your time, and I'm happy to answer any questions as well.
Thanks so much for that. Auret, that was really excellent. I noted down earlier in what you were talking that communicating the transformation you can provide is so critical, and that's critical for any business. But if you're in the business of education, if you're trying to teach people, you want them to learn something. They're doing that because they want an outcome. They don't want to take a course. That people don't go out and wake up in the morning and say, I really want to take a course. They wake up and say, I really want to change my life in this specific way. And I think your other point about really being specific about that, being clear, being concise, being to the point, eliminating confusion. When somebody shows up on your site, they ought to be able to see, this is what this person is going to help me do, and here's what I need to do to take advantage of that, period. Yep. If you go look at your own site right now, I'll give you permission to leave for a little bit, go take a look at it, just load it up real quick and look at it. Does it do that for you? And if it doesn't, that's your starting point for work on it. Fantastic.